Potentially one to avoid. It can be worth it. Sometimes, like, if you need a lot of moons in sand, then world peace may be the way to go. But this board, 20 moons in sand is pretty much all that I can see. So maybe a square to avoid for the runners. Um, yeah, there's quite a few interesting ones on here. Ah, that's interesting. So, 2 moons from rewarding crates, that should be fine. 20 moons and 80 moons in lake. Now, I don't usually like going for, like, 20 moons in lake. I think it's a pretty long kingdom. So, but on this board, if you have 18 moons and 20 moons, then I think it would be okay. So if you work those in together, maybe if you planted the one seed in lake, which can be slow, but if you want those planting 4 seeds, then that planting 1 seed in lake, plus you could do manual DSTA to make that seed grow to get an extra lake moon. That could tie in very nicely. One of the wooden crates is in lake as well, so it could tie in nicely with that square. 2 moons from sub-areas lake. Like, this board just plays right into the, like, lake moons. Like, it wants you to get a lot of lake moons. There's also 175 total regionals and 150 total regionals, so that could be something to look out for. But if you sort of do, like, column 4, column 5, and row 1, then there's not that many regionals that you'd be getting. You'd only be getting 65 regionals. So you'd have to get 110 more regionals. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it could be something to bear in mind if you want to go for those regional goals. Like, if you did 20 regionals in lake, for example, that might help your chances. But overall, not very many regional goals, so that might be something else that the runners decide to sort of ignore. So yeah, I think column 3 looks pretty good. Like, if I got this board, I'd be all over column 3. Like, that's just a nice one to go for. Maybe do the cloud revisit as well, like the top left to bottom right diagonal. But again, I've already discussed the regionals. So you could do something like that. I've already spotted a pretty good route to be going for. Yeah, looks like Dray is going to be picking up those extra Cascade regionals. Probably for the regional goals. So yeah, could be something he's looking for. Straight up, this board isn't as bad as you think it is. I think you could route this in any way you want. Like, there's only one seaside square, for example, and I guess 26 captures. That would be like a seaside thing. But apart from those, like, it's not bad at all. Like, I think if the squares were better range, then this would be like quite a fast board. But I think because, like, the way that they're placed, they might have some difficulty routing. Like, you know, if it wasn't for the fact that row 1 had 150 total regionals, maybe if row 1 like swapped out 2 moons from wooden crates and regionals, I think this could be very quick. in terms of, but we'll see what the runners decide to do. But yeah, I think I agree. They got pretty lucky with the selection of squares. Like overall, I think the only ones I'd avoid is World Peace Sand and 17-5 regionals, but it's completely up to the runners. Like, they could do the cap revisit to contribute to those regionals. They could avoid the cap revisit and just go to Cloud Kingdom as a revisit as well. Definitely a lot of flexibility, but there are a lot of late goals, so I feel like this is, you better be on top of your lake knowledge. Oh, also I've just noticed 10 regionals in lake and 20 regionals in lake. Like, that's a pretty much free square if you were thinking about those lines. Like row 5 and even row 3, because like I said, the Seas Moon could definitely tie into the 20 moons in lake, even though it can be slow. 5 toads, that is a good point to bring up. I did 5 toads in my bingo match, I'm pretty sure, and that's like, you're pretty much touching on like Snow and Seaside with 5. So I think that's important knowledge to also bear in mind. So I think that's also a good one to avoid. I think it's 8, you know, the 8 Sphinx questions, and it's like, oh, that seems really harmless. And then it's like, oh, heck. So, yeah. You think row 3, what was the other one? Bottom left, top right, and column 5. I can see why you would perhaps consider World Peace Sand, but in my opinion, especially if you don't do like IP clip, it can be hard. I can put this seed in chat, by the way, for you guys if you wanted to try this yourself. If you think you'd be interesting to do this. So that's the seed there in chat, 753743. If you think you could do a pretty good route, then go for it. Try it yourself. Because this could be a pretty fast board. Like I said, I think there's only a few things like full Peace Sand. Even Cloud revisits I'm a bit iffy on, because you have to go all the way through. I mean, Lost isn't a very long kingdom, but you still have to go through Lost in order to revisit Cloud, so you could definitely take what you want from this route. You just avoid peace goals like play. I mean, Sand Peace isn't that bad. I think if you were going to do World Peace in any kingdom, I would choose Sand. But if you didn't know IP clip, I'd probably choose Wooded over Sand. Like, if there's Wooded goals, then I'd definitely prefer to do Wooded Peace. But I'm weird. Mulan planting one of the Sand Seed. It doesn't have to get the moon from it, he could just plant it there, so it doesn't need to do any manual DSTA or anything. So, yeah, could be doing it for the the square. That's the looks like Dray is doing this tower. Maybe he is looking at Bitmoon happens if we see him get the bit moon? He has to be pretty careful here with these bullet bills. Yeah, he's getting the 8-bit moon. Which is interesting. Both runners have been getting those purple coins as well. So definitely thinking about those purple coins. Maybe column 1 for Dray. Unless we see him do world peace, then that would be interesting. And going for that row 4 instead. Oh yeah, CMFP makes a good point. 3 moons from moon shards. That is pretty doable. And that's pretty important as well. If you're looking for that early finish, then you need to do Moai shards, doing that bullet bill strat, and you need to do late shards, and then probably the Siberian wooded with the the fibros and the tanks. So I think that is a good point. If you want to finish wooded and not even go to lost, then that's probably the ones that you'd want to be doing. I think 150 regionals before lost would be pretty. I guess it's not that bad because you can get 40 regionals cascade. You can get quite a few in late, 40 in late. Then that's 80. Then you can get 15 wooded for argument's sake. And then 50 in sands. That would give you 180. Or if you were to revisit cap, then you can exchange some of those out as well. So, and if you were going to buy some stickers as well, which might be a bad idea, but you could decide to go for the stickers. The stickers were. Then those regionals will definitely come in handy. But no other major things there either. Okay, so looks like both runners are going to be calling Jetsy here. Yeah, so row 3 for Dray, maybe? Row 4 for Dray, maybe? But he hasn't done IP clip just yet. So, but he has gotten 8-bit moon, he has also gotten the wooden crate, I believe, and now he's calling Jetsy from some stands. So, he might be doing world peace in sand, based on how much moons he has right now. It could be a play that he's willing to go for. But I think definitely column 5 in these runners. Yeah, looks like he's going to do this IP clip. So, if they're getting regional coins in sand and calling Jetsy from 4 stands, and getting regional coins in Cascade, column 5 for sure. And also, we saw Dray get those moon shards that we were talking about. So, yeah. You think he's doing row 3, column 5, bottom left, top right? He could be. I don't think Mulan is fancying that world peace sand. But probably also going to do column 5. So probably seeing some route divergence here. He needs 3 more moons and 7 more regionals to progress. Oh, Dray doing officially the worst purples in the game. These purples suck to get. And I'm not being biased here, but yeah. I think the Cascade revisit is fine because in Wooded you obviously get 2 shiny rock. I mean, you're not really going to Cascade for anything else, but it's not that bad to revisit Cascades, in my opinion. Mulan. I think Mulan should have taken the Jaxi over here. It would have been faster than to roll to this sub area, especially as it's quite a bit out of the way. But yeah, it's going to go into the sub area, probably for both moons and the purples, because there are 6 purples in here. Oh, Mulan getting the unfortunate dive there. And Dray making short work of Harriet there. Definitely looking towards world peace. Both runners now have 40 coins in sand. Yeah, CMFP, that's kind of what I was trying to say, like, if you're not going to Lost, then you would have to do the Siberian Mudded or revisit Cap. Now, if your route is revisiting Cap, like if you did column 2, then, you know, but I don't think Dray's or Mulan would want to, like, do a Cascade revisit and also do a Cloud revisit and also do a Cap revisit, so. But Mulan came here for the shards. He did get. Did he not pick up? How many got 16? Okay. Mulan's going to be getting an extra moon here, which is okay. Happy visits should be faster. Can't you do those sub areas before spew it? Or am I being dumb? Either revisit Cap or Shardsmoon on Spirit Plus. Maybe those doors are blocked off then. Which would make sense because you're not meant to be able to get up there in your like in the casual game. Rocket one is supposed to be. I'm on about the door. Maybe I'm mixing them up. Maybe I'm mixing my wooded sub areas up. Okay, so you definitely have to do the rocket one. Alright. So, because I was thinking that the shard sub area was in the tank one. And then I was like, I'm pretty certain on this, and now I've just thought again, I'm being dumb. So yeah, okay. Cap revisit is faster. Alright. So yeah, I think that settles it. I think, yeah, especially because in Wooded you have to climb all the way back up without any checkpoints. Like, it's so dumb the way it works. But yeah, so yeah. Mulan chooses to plant another seed. I think he's planted 2 now. So I think his 4th seed is going to be the late one, I believe. wooded finish, but revisiting Cap and Cascade. Yeah. You have to choose what you want to revisit. Did Mulan miss? Did that go in? Mulan's getting 20 moons in sand, alright. Did it? Mulan, just do manual DSTA, please. You're pretty sure it did? Alright. Just do manual DSTA. Just... Okay. So... Mulan's planted 3 seeds. Didn't want the moon seeds from doing DSTA. We're moving on. We're moving forwards. But yeah. Looks like Mulan wants to do the Lake Seed. But that is like the first route divergence, really. Mulan's probably thinking of row 1 with those plant seeds and 20 moons sand. I think we'll be seeing both runners do 18 moons in Lake, which, like I said, it's a lot, but if you tie it in nicely with the 20 moons Lake, I think it's worth it. Both runners are not that far behind each other though. Like, despite the divergence of routes, don't be at similar places in the run. Both runners will be getting these 20 or 10 regionals in Lake. Probably 20 regionals for Dray and then 10 maybe for Mulan? No. No, Mulan. What's Mulan going to do? Column 1? No, I didn't see him get any 8-bit moons though. Yeah, Mulan's probably just wanting 10. Oh, both runners sign up for this lake clip here. Lake clip's pretty useful for getting, like, purples out of bounds. These purples that Mulan's getting here, like, now, Drake could have gotten those whilst doing the out of bounds movements, so that's interesting. Oh, Mulan nearly clipped back in there, that was spooky. Yeah, I think Mulan had the better idea of doing like the what kind of movement is that? All moons. Yeah. But yeah, both runners will be getting a lot of regionals for the regionals goal. But I think Mulan probably will only tick off 10 regionals in late. For row 3. Maybe he'll surprise me and tick off 20 as well, but yeah. A lot of stuff to do in late at the minute. Mulan, yeah, doing those shards. And yeah, Mulan cannot yet get that moon from the Cheep Cheep, the I saw a Cheep moon, because that is post-Rango only. Plus Rango also gives you a nice 3 moons. A tri-moon, if you will. Mulan does surprise me and goes for the 20 regionals link score. So that's pretty interesting in terms of what Mulan's route is going to be. Probably 26 unique captures for Mulan, this is looking like. I don't, like I said, I don't remember him seeing it in an 8-bit moon, but maybe he did. Maybe he did. Dray taking the safer approach to this sub-area, which is understandable. This sub-area is pretty Monka-esque sometimes. Oh, now doing the fastest strat. So, interesting plays. The sick Let's Play. Well, welcome to Dray33's casual playthrough. Yeah, Mulan coming back for this Lake Seed, which makes sense. And making sure to tick off those moons from sub areas as well. Oh no, the seed went in the water. It's a wet seed now. Could you imagine, like, if you could, like, wet seeds jump? Sorry, I'm just... I don't know what made me think of that, but that's where my mind is going to right now. Some AUM movement right here. Bunny an 8. Wow. I don't deserve to be called out like this. Also, I don't think Dray has ticked off 2 moons from wooden crates. I'm pretty sure I saw him get both of them. So that's... Oh yeah, because he's not doing that. Bro, probably. Never mind. It's fine, chat. Tri-moon, wet seed jump, 2 strikes. What was the 3rd strike? I kinda wanna say it. Yeah, I feel like Dray could have routed this better. I think that he should have done what Mulan did and gotten those purples whilst out of bounds. Like, we saw him late clip, so maybe that's something that Dray needs to practice or maybe improve on. Because he could have saved a bit of time there. Tougher required. Listen. Tougher required is where you ground pound Topper. Alright. Mulan with the sick drum strats. He didn't get all the purples, but that was sick. You think the routing was fine? He was coming for seed anyway. I'd agree, but he also unzippered like 2 of the purples that were like hidden as well. So if he got those purples whilst out of bounds, he could have potentially saved some time there. But I mean, it's fine. It's whatever he's comfortable with. I'm just saying that. To me, it kind of makes sense to get them whilst you're out of bounds. Yeah, looks like Mulan is going for Mulan? Okay, so if Mulan's going for row 4, which would make the most sense, then why didn't he do World Peace Sand? Or is he gonna like do a big brain revisit and do World Peace Sand? Because based on the squares that he's ticked off, that would make the most sense. Let me just double check that. Yeah, okay, he is purple in the bingo room as well. So that's interesting from Mulan. Mulan also going to get the moons from this sub area. If Mulan is checking off any bingo squares. That could be a thing. Maybe Mulan's just bamboozling us. Mulan unfortunately takes a death. It's very easy Saberi to die in. Alright, Dre's bingo card is pretty much coming together. All he needs is that Cascade Revisit and another Moon Shard and a few more purples. Like, so far I've seen him get like a 45 in Cascade, like a 45 in Lake. So what he, and like, how many did he get in Sand? Like 40 or, no, he got like 50 in Sand. So, possibly going to go back to Cap now, maybe? Don't forget the Cap Revisit on a route with no Cap rolls. I mean, it makes sense in terms of this route. So he's definitely going to get some purples in Cap here. Yep, getting more purples. Mulan's going to be going to the shop. So this is the optimal play. I mean, there's not that many goals in Metro. And by not many, there's none in Metro. There's no goals really in Wooded. There's no goal. Well, there's like one goal in Lost. That like this board just worked out that all the goals were in early game. So I think it definitely makes sense that this is a pretty good play. And Dray is choosing to go into the frog pond for the moon shards. There's also some purples in here. Like 4, I think. Doing that nice down throw strat. Now gets them very quickly. And Captureless, might I add. Probably one of the more easier sub-areas to do. Alright, so looks like he just needs the Cascade Revisit. I don't know how many more purples he needs for that 175, but he can't be that far off based on how many he's gotten so far. It looks like Mulan's going to be leaving late. Right, so... Okay, alright, okay. So, I just remembered. Wooded has the shiny rocks. Okay. So you think he's only got 10 left? He can get all those in Deep Woods. That seems like a nice place to leave it. Just hop into Deep. Yep. Alright. Looks like Dray may actually be quite close to finishing, which is pretty remarkable. This bingo card just seems to be quite speedy. Yep, going to get this moon, and then hop straight into Deep Woods. Yeah, there's quite a few purples by the shop. Looks like he may need more than like 10 if he's getting these, or if he's just getting them to be safe. But yeah, there are like 12 in Deep Woods. Alright, looks like Dray's going to go get the shiny rock room in Deep Woods, whilst Mulan does his regular route here. 9, I'm pretty sure it's 12. Like, let me count, so there's like 3, 6, 9. I swear I got like 12 the other day. Okay. So, Dray be like, where the dinosaur at? Alright. Just needs this moon. And timing ends on the moon grab for Dray here. Yeah, GG's to Dray for successfully completing the run. Make sure you remember to dot done in the race time room. But yeah, sub 40 is pretty impressive. I think I'll repost the bingo seed if people have forgotten it. Hopefully I post the right thing in chat. 176. 176. Oh my god, that's really close. Alright, so there's the bingo seed again if you guys want to try it yourself. 753743. And remember to follow the runners. Definitely very impressive indeed. I think he wants to join for an interview. So yeah, let me just do my commentary stuff whilst we're waiting for Dray to join up. Alright. Alright, I think Dray is in the call. GG's Dray on your win. How was your board?
That board was really good. I don't know what else to say about
it. Sounds like you were pretty tight on purples from chat. 176 you had in total. Were you like worried about like not having enough, or?
No, I wasn't too worried. I was actually deciding which ones I was gonna skip.
Oh.
I had a calculator out, so I knew I only needed 16 in wooded.
Alright.
After I got the 19 in cap. So.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good purples knowledge. because not a lot of people would know like exactly how many purples are at the start, or how many were in deep woods, or how many you could easily get capped. So it's definitely a lot of skill shown by your part to sort of pull that off. So yeah, GG's on that.
Thank you. I'm just hoping I didn't miss anything.
From what I saw, I think you got like everything pretty much. Like I saw you like get most things. 175 purples. I don't know if you got, but I'm assuming you did. So
yeah, hopefully I can type things in the calculator.
Some pretty poor math skills if you can't.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't really know what else to say, because from lots of it, you pretty much found the best route to take. Like, and like I said, it was sub 40, and that seems to be pretty good as well. So
I was second guessing myself when I saw this route. I was like, there's no way that I don't need wooded for anything but the shiny rocks. But I think that literally is it. There's so many lake goals on this board.
yeah, like that was one of the first things I was like, okay, usually I don't like Twinkle Moons in lake, because that's a lot. But I think in this board it's pretty justified to just sort of I think I also...
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think I sort of fell into the trap of like looking at, oh, row 5 doesn't look that bad, but then I remembered 5 Captain Toad moves. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I
World
did
Peace in a couple kingdoms. For the Toad moons. I was saying you might need World Peace in a couple kingdoms to get the Toad moons.
Yeah, I think I was thinking you'd have to go like kind of far into the run as well.
Oh, sure, yeah. I generally try to avoid World Peace and Sands. I really hate that goal.
Yeah, a lot of people can be put off by it, but I think because it was like the board was the way that it was, I think it was so justified. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Maybe you could have swapped that diagonal for the other diagonal, but I'm not sure how much faster that would have been. Like, if you had to go through all the way through wooded, and go through clouds, and then go
lost
through
as well.
So I think it was just one of those things, like it was worth it in the end.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you both played very well. Yeah. Like I said, make sure to follow Dray. Played really well, and also follow Mulan. Both runners putting a pretty good match here, because I thought it was gonna be like really close, because you're both like pretty good. So
yeah,
yeah, this board was just insane, really.
absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for racing, and GG's again.
Thank you. Thanks for doing commentary.
Yeah, and remember to dot done in the race time room.
Oh,
I know
no.
will get on your race of like Neo will get on your case if you don't dot done. So yeah.
Okay.
Dray is officially finished in the race room.
I got a 44 instead.
Oh no, not like this. But yeah, looks like Mulan's going to be going on to clouds. I'm still confused about what Mulan's doing, because he's just sort of selecting any square that he does. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very hard to tell which route he's going. I would imagine he's going for row 1.
You see, I fought row 1, and then I saw him ticking off stuff that like wouldn't like make. So I was like, yeah. Look, now he's going to cap. So But yeah. He's doing blackout. Yeah, Mulan's actually just gonna do Cinco Bingo right now. That'd be pretty impressive.
Has Mulan been getting Captain Toad moons?
He got one in Lake. But I don't know whether that was just because it was like a moon thing and it was convenient, or if it was actually because of the square. Well, yeah, looks like he's choosing this Paraguma here. Probably a finish from Mustard. Could be a reason, yeah.
Got one for Toad. Okay. Okay. I guess he's doing maybe row 1, column 5, and then column 4.
Yeah, maybe. I think column 5. See, I think that like row 3 would make sense, but he didn't take off 3 moons from Shiny Rock, so I'm just like confused.
Maybe he's gonna go back to Cascade now.
Yeah, maybe. I forgot that it's... No, that wouldn't make sense because you'd have to go all the way through Lost to go back to Cascade. I don't know. Imagine blackout on this god and do rain. It's only 7 minutes and 15 seconds. How long can it be? Console players. Disaster. It doesn't die, which is good.
Most important thing.
And some purples. So yeah, that probably fuels our theory about row 1 and column 5. And row 3. You're doing meme train, bunks on the leaf. I hate how you can actually bunk on those, like, it makes
Yeah,
no
the hitbox are really weird.
I didn't know you could get up there, my life has been changed. The other bingo match was something? Did it have a sub 40 board though? Yeah, that's what I thought. no, Mulan, no. Didn't get a checkpoint, so we'll probably be transported back to the start. Yep. Probably should just do cage jump, maybe. Mulan's the expert. Not getting any moons though. Like so far. Getting the Captain Toad moon. Like some people in chat predicted. How many more regionals does he need for 175? Or is he just counting them up now? 25, 46, 45, 29. I can't do maths very well. Looks like you get it. So yeah, GG's to Mulan for finishing with like 51 minutes. 45 seconds, that's what the race time room says, so I'm going with that. No, 51 minutes, 17 seconds. Yeah, GG's. I think Mulan's route wasn't that bad. Like, Lost finish is alright, and especially if you didn't like want to do like Will Peace Sands, then Mulan's route is pretty preferable.
For sure.
But I think based on his route, he could have definitely done the free moons from Shiny Rocks instead. So like row 3, then column 4, column 5. And you know, it's alright. Yeah, Dray definitely found like the faster route. But yeah, definitely a GG's to both of you for just racing, really.
Thank you.
I don't know if Mulan will want to do an interview, because I know he's had some mic issues recently, but it's up to him. Let me ask him. Yeah, to get some piece of idea. Yeah, I think making the decision to do some piece or not. Okay, Mulan probably would like to be joining us. Let me just give him the link. Alright, Mulan's in the setup. Mulan.
Hi.
Hi, Mulan. How are you?
I'm okay.
You're okay.
Yeah, it is bingo. I mean, it's still a P for me, so.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, awesome. Definitely GG's. What did you think about the boards? Like, did you sort of see the early finish, and you were like, "Oh, I don't really fancy the doing."
I did not see the wooded finish. No.
Alright, okay.
I just saw this at first, and to be honest, I did not really look at other finishes because I thought this was pretty good already.
Yeah, I think a Lost finish does look pretty good. And at first, we were like so confused in chat. We were like, "Why is Mulan marking off like this goal?" And I think you're just messing with me.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I think. What do you think was like the hardest part of like doing your route, or was it all just like easy sailing?
I mean, I don't really think there was any really hard parts about it.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously, keeping track of purples can be quite a challenge, and doing maths inside my head is... I'm not the best at it. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think I always have to remember, look at the regional coins before I leave a kingdom, just so I remember to add them up. But yeah, I think both routes were good. Obviously, yeah, it was hard, but I think I'm gonna have to cut things short, unfortunately. So if either of you want any last words, then feel free. No?
Yeah,
I don't
just
know if
GG.
Dre's still on.
yeah,
Alright.
GG to you too.
Alright, so yeah, thank you guys for racing yet again. There will be a race right after this one, between Joden and Okra Armband. So yeah, make sure you stick around for that. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and thank you everyone for watching. And yeah, see you later.